You guys remember that song by Public Enemy called Don't Believe the Hype? What's going on, everybody? It's the Granddad of Granddad Woolly, and you are here again for another edition of Woolly Reviews. Game Data. We got another video game review today, and we are reviewing a game that's got a lot of hype, one I've been looking forward to, and it's finally dropped. It's here. The wait is over. Destiny has arrived. Now, Destiny is the new first-person shooter game from the company Bungie, the makers of Halo, and this is one that's been getting a lot of attention ever since they dropped their beta tested version that let us actually download a sort of a demo version of it and test the game out, and millions of people downloaded it. It got a lot of great response and just built up way more anticipation for the real release. And now that it's here, let's talk about if this game is worth all the hype and all the wait and all that stuff in between. Now, first off, the game looks phenomenal. Graphic-wise, it's a beautiful game. Everything in this game is just crisp and clean, and you just in awe of how it looks. Now let's talk about the actual gameplay, because that's what matters. Now, it's just like any other first-person shooter game. You got your guns, you got your grenades, you got your special moves, and everything like that. But what Destiny has done in this game is they've actually let you customize your character. You can actually build a character from the ground up. Now, there's 3 different classes of warriors. You got Titans, Hunters, and Warlocks. Everyone has a different sort of special, set of moves and ways they do things and everything like that, and special weapon and armor set. It's all pretty much whatever you decide to pick, and you can customize them with different hair, skin type. You can put scars and markings on them. All this crazy cool stuff, so you can make a version of you in this game, and it looks pretty damn close to you. It's a Granddad Woolly and, Destiny somewhere shooting up stuff. Now, the gameplay is very, very similar to how Halo kind of works. You got the vehicles, you got the different types of weapons, it's a big open world and everything like that. It kind of, stems from there. But the difference with Destiny is, once you start playing, you automatically start playing into the story mode. Now, the cool thing about it is Destiny is an online-based game, which means you're constantly online. You can't play Destiny unless you're hooked up to their servers. And you will constantly see other players and their other screen names playing around on the same field. So let's say you're on a level and another player in some other part of the world is on a level, you may cross paths. And you can also help each other finish missions or, defeat enemies. All these cool things, are sort of a co-op thing. Now, some people say, well, is there a multiplayer to it where you can, team up and, do a multiplayer function? There is, but the problem is that Destiny, unlike Halo, lets you unlock the multiplayer. It's not available off top. And they said they did that is because they don't want certain people to start off with multiplayer and start going against people who have a higher rank, higher level, more skills than them, and then completely demolish them, because they want to make an even playing field, which I can understand. So you have to play a few levels, get into the story mode a few times before you can unlock the multiplayer. But once you unlock the multiplayer and you get all your special skills and everything that you need to be able to play one-on-one or group teams with other players and have an equal chance of actually being able to battle each other, you're going to have to go through that story mode. But the thing about the story mode that I like is it's very, very open world. It seems like, you are going to do all these different, objectives, and, you have a little robot called a ghost that kind of guides you along. It actually resurrects you from the dead. That's how the game starts. You're a dead corpse in the middle of some world or planet, and then, you get resurrected, and now you have to start accomplishing these missions, and you're part of whatever, group you are. If you're a Warlock, Hunter, Titan, you fight for them. The story mode of it is very detailed. I'm going to try to cram it into one sentence. The world, well, actually the universe, our galaxy, I guess, is visited by something called the Traveler, and it kind of made life existent on other planets except for Earth, and kind of made everything a lot better for us. People were traveling and living on other planets, then, we were able to expand, life on other planets. But all of a sudden, a dark sort of entity comes and kills all that, and now the world is, and the planets are all, under siege, and there's only a select few of areas in the galaxy that are safe. And you have to go and try to restore these balances by fighting these monsters. That's the best way I can explain it. But it's a very detailed storyline, and it's more and more detailed as you go into play. But that's pretty much the gist of how the Destiny storyline plays. Now, The gameplay is fine. I like it. It's fast-paced. The weapons are great. It's a different assortment of weapons. You know, you build up your stats. The more kills you get more stats, and then you can use those stats to upgrade your, you know, armor and your all those things to make your weapons and yourself, you know, able to fight better and not die as much and all that good stuff. Now, this is the only main problem that I have with Destiny. One, it gets kind of repetitive when you're playing these levels, because you kind of got to go back to certain worlds and you kind of got to keep fighting the same monsters. And once in a while, you'll get to fight a big boss type monster, but usually you're fighting the same things over and over again. You're traveling the same areas over and over again. And another thing that really annoys me more than anything is the server errors that happen in this game. Now, it may just be because the game just came out and there's a lot of people playing, or it could be, you know, an internet connection problem. I don't know. But seeing as Destiny is always has to be online, if you're in the middle of a level or you're playing and your server connection kills itself, or it times out, or it disconnects, you're screwed. It stops the game. It stops you in the middle of what you're doing, and you either go back to the main screen, or it starts the game over from scratch, and then you have to go back to your last checkpoint. So even if you're in the middle of a fight or a battle and that happens, too bad, you got to go back. And that really frustrated me, because it happened to me 3 times in a row the other night. And I just stopped playing because I was like, you know what, it's not worth it. I'll play another time, because, you know, the server or whatever it may be isn't working. So that's one issue that I have. There's no way to really play Destiny offline. You have to always be connected to this server to play this game the way that it's meant to be played, and I just don't like that. But other than that, it's a decent first-person shooter. It's not a wow first-person shooter. It's good. It's a little overhyped in my opinion, but I do like the game. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I just think, like most games when they come out, there's very few that live up to the huge amount of hype that it has, and I think it just needs more, you know, polish on it to make it a better game. And I really wish that you could do multiplayer out the gate. I wish that the server thing wasn't a big component, to where if you don't have it, or if it's not strong enough, or if it's overloaded, then you can't play the game the way that you want to play it. And just, you know, that's pretty much all it is to it. And it's just a basic first-person shooter with a lot of good-looking visuals. But I've just started playing the game. I'm about, you know, good 5-6 levels in. So hopefully the game evolves as it gets more in-depth, and, you know, you play more games and the world starts to expand out. I'm pretty sure it does. But as a first start, it's not really different than the beta. Play the same levels that you did with the beta, but you get a few more levels as you go on. So, you know. But all in all, it's a decent game. I do think it'll grow on me, but I'm not much for the first-person shooters, and this doesn't seem too much of a different stray away than what I got, you know, from Halo or Call of Duty. It's a different, you know, plot and everything like that, but it's a first-person shooter just like everything else. So my final verdict, I'm not saying that this is just a decent, pretty good first-person shooter. I'm just saying I'm lumping it together with all the other first-person shooters that's come out recently. It's nothing too special. It is a little bit overhyped, but it is a good, solid game, and I do enjoy it. And the only thing that kills it for me is the dependence on the server that you need to have to play the game. No online multiplayer out the gate, and it reminds me a lot of Halo. And I wasn't a big fan of the Xbox, so, you know, Halo was a good game, but, you know, so I kind of like knocks it down. But it just squeezes by what a Granddad approved, and that's only because visually it's good, and it plays smooth, and it is entertaining, and it's fun, and you can do the co-op where you can actually help other people out on their missions. I do like that. So you barely got through Destiny with a Granddad approved, but you need to work on the multiplayer out the gate, the server problems, and everything like that, because you would have got it recommended real quick. But hey, good job on the approval. So pick up Destiny. It's available for PS4, Xbox One, like I said, and I think also, I don't know if it's for the other systems, the last gens or the PC. I'm pretty sure it's for a PC, but I'm not sure on the last gens. But anyway, if you can, pick it up, check it out. You know, if you like first-person shooters, this is up your alley. If you like the Halo franchise and, you know, the Call of Duties and things like that where you can get with your friends, you won't be able to play multiplayer off top, like I said, but down the line, a few missions in, you will, and you should have a lot of fun with it. So definitely check it out. Barely Granddad approved, but it is Granddad approved. All right? flip it. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and drop a comment. Tell me what you think about Destiny. If you thought it was hot, if you thought it was overhyped, if you like it, if you hate it, let me know. Drop a comment. Feedback is always appreciated. Also, previous videos on the side and also my music video, so go ahead and check both of those out. Show us some love. And on the bottom, in the description, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, Instagram. Follow me on all those so you can be up to date with what I got going next. And as always, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button on the screen, down below. Wherever you see it say subscribe, hit it. And that way we can be connected so we can always know when that new Woolly Reviews are going to drop. And it's every Tuesday and Friday. And you never know what I'm going to review, but it's going to be something that you will want to watch, all right? So until next time, I take my leave. Granddad, Destiny, I'm out of here.